Yeah, I do like the Nautilus in this sort of situation. Okay, they're going to swap to the Karma instead. I wasn't sure if they wanted to go for an Enchanter in either the Lulu or the Karma to try and get that wave push, counteract.
His bot side camps to try and steal. He's now late to these Raptors. Keria is here with Ona, and Kanavi has no idea.
Yeah, Keria jumps forward. However, the grand entrance does not hit Kanavi. Owner still continuing to try to contest here for this Raptor camp. Does secure the large Raptor, but now over the wall. It's Cream ready to go in. He wants the kill, and Owner's the focus. Cream goes forward, but he cannot find enough damage just yet. It's Kanavi grabbing first blood here for Top Esports.
Massive plays from Top Esports. The double flash over Faker's shockwave means they find none of them, and it's Top Esports that are able to get a kill on the back end.
And this is a wave, and Doran will secure a plate, but ultimately now, Jackie Love and Hung can go and match up against the bot lane 2 versus 2. Now,
yeah, you can see piercing arrow, plenty of damage from that Varus here onto the neutral objective. It is secured by Owner and T1 as Hong wants to step forward. Keria with a battle dance to disengage from the tether means that Top can't get any sort of a punish, and all 3 of the first neutral objectives in the game go utterly uncontested. The Void Grubs earned by Top Esports because of their smart macro play, then T1 getting the Drake for free off the recall from Kanavi, and now Gumayushi's Chain of Corruption forcing Hong back and forcing that flash to be spent means that T1 gets Rift Herald for free.
And you already have Owner on that side of the map, so Top Esports kind of just clear out the waves and do nothing. They are looking for Top here. Faker still has flash.
Yeah, Faker gonna drop that shockwave to try to defend himself here as Cream again trying to play as aggressively as possible on this Akali. Last time he had the ulti, he spent it on Faker. This time he does the same. Redemption coming in to try to keep Faker alive. Kanavi has to back away after the Redemption, heals the enemy mid laner. Keria supporting Faker from a long way away.
At the bottom of your screens, Kanavi does not have his ultimate up and available. It is still a little bit away, which is why Top Esports there didn't really want to try.
Esports tried to punish the positioning of Keria, but it's they who is punished on the other side, and now T1 want to secure the first tower of the game.
They're gonna try to put enough damage into this, but again, they don't have any Void Grubs whatsoever, so they can't just force it down with a couple of autos.
They forced Top Esports out of River though, and Dragon is available, and that was really what they wanted. So now Top Esports gonna have to try and break into this, but it looks like it's gone.
Yeah, T1 just gonna go ahead and secure themselves Soul Point on a Cloud Soul Rift. Another uncontested neutral objective.
I mean, immaculate control coming through from T1. Top Esports on the other side might be able to secure first tower for themselves, as 369 will be left alone to hit away on this tower. So hey, a feat of warfare contributed. Now the question is, gentlemen, will in this game we reach 3 kills?
It's such a staple for T1, and now en masse they group mid, and 369's overextended.
Yeah, 369 trying to jump in there as the turret falls. Owner, audacious charge right in after him, finds a little bit of damage. Jackie Love also at about 60% HP.
Top Esports forcing this Adakan. The TP has come out. They're going to start to slowly back away.
Yeah, they get the summoner spell, but that's all they're going to take for now. Kanavi's the only one continuing to tank the Otacon because they do not want the debuff on everybody else on Top Esports. Doran making his way up through the river. 369 with a third in Tofo strike primed. Top Esports looking for something here. It's Doran jumped on immediately. However, he's into the death realm. He's going after Kanavi. He wants to take out the enemy jungler. Top Esports, they're trying to get him away. But as soon as the death realm ends, Keria's quickness begins. And Top Esports have already lost their jungler. They're about to lose their top laner. 369 wants to go all out, but Gumayushi and T1 are all in. Hong trying to escape as Cream's got some fancy acrobatics, but he's not getting anything. T1 out team fight him, and they'll take the Otacon.
Kanavi is given no position, no purchase, as Doran isolates him in the death realm, and after taking out the jungler, taking out 369, T1 will turn their attention.
Because Doran just rips Kanavi out of existence, that makes it so easy. That engage is gone. Jackie Love and Hong can't actually get into the fight because they're zoned by Gumayushi and Faker, and now Faker has caught Cream.
Faker going in after this Akali that's been trying to put the pressure on him all game long, and once more it's Cream, the one who loses his flash.
Just to allow for Faker to secure the kill.
You just sit on top of the little Christmas light and press R as soon as it returns to a champion. Well played there from T1, now over 2,000 gold ahead. And my friends, we have 45 seconds left until the Cloud Soul spawns. Hong in some danger here, has to flash away. Keria ready to go after him again with the quickness. Feat of Warfare finally claimed at 27 minutes by T1. And They are just barreling down the bottom lane. Gumayusi gonna get healed up by Redemption, but no! Cream's already got the assassination. He dies in response as Kanavi continues spinning forward, looking for a little bit more. The ricochets from Jackie Love. He needs more, but he can't find it. A double kill to Faker as Owner finishes Jackie, and only 3-6-9 is left. T1 again win the fight with 10 seconds left until the Cloud Soul spawns.
Top Esports threw the Hail Mary, and it was so close to looking good, but intercepted at the last second. And now it's T1 with members on the map that will secure the Cloud Soul, although there's a little bit of a spot here.
Yeah, looks like Hong might have made a mistake, stepping forward to try to help his top laner. Doran brings Hong into the Death Realm instead. He will not be able to catch back up to the Karma to guarantee the kill, but now it's Faker joining up with his top laner for the extra damage into 3-6-9. The Cassante tries to get away, and he outpaces the Claw to do so, but the entire time it was Owner on the Drake. There's your MasterCard priceless moment. 29 minutes into the game, T1 got all 4 Drakes uncontested.
It got a little scary for T1 on the bot side of the map. It felt like that Jackie Love had really woken up in this game, but Kanavi once again isolated. Shockwave!
Shockwave from Faker to burst down the enemy jungler. Kanavi has never found his angles in this game after that first blood. Cream of the Wall wants something. They'll give him a burial. Gumayusi with the kill. 9-3 for T1. Everything Top Esports tried early was completely canceled, and T1 is showing them how to make plays now. 3-6-9, just trying to escape some of the damage. He's the only one alive for a game that had 1 kill at 24 minutes. T1 are about to end it. 30 minutes in. Respawns are not even here. 3-6-9's the only one left, and they want to try to grab the ace on the way out. T1, it was a slow burn, but it's Top Esports being put to the fire. T1 just going to pad the stats and take game 1.
Going to fall back towards the Kai'Sa here. It works so well with the rest of the composition, and even the fact that you have the Nico helps to enable you a certain extent in that bottom side of the map and keep you safe.
At the ready. Gumayusi and Keria are both injured, however. We'll see if they want to keep looking for a little bit more, because Faker is also here with a hero's entrance. The Jarvan Galio Wombo combo could be exactly what T1 wants. There are no teleports ready on the Top Esports side to try to reinforce this. Hong's going to be in some danger. Hero's entrance is first blood over to Faker, and it's 2-0 T1.
Clean execution from T1 as they shut down the bottom lane. No room for escape whatsoever.
Now there's neutral objectives. They did get the first Drake after the play made from T1 earlier there.
Faker not having his, Owners is just only back off cooldown, and looking at Cream now in the mid lane.
Yeah, Cream gets cataclysmed, forced to flash immediately. Does not want to lose any extra health on that one.
Of the World Championship. It's so easy for him to walk into a lane, throw that ultimate down as Jackie Love looks for a fight against Faker.
I love that from Jackie. He goes in for the Valkyrie to block the Justice Punch from Faker. Now Faker's trying to get away here on the Galio, shielded Durant for a little bit of extra durability, but no! Jackie Love gets his shot.
Faker wasn't ready, but here we go!
3-6-9, public execution wants the attempt onto Doran, who uses the Hextech ultimatum defensively back against him. Keria comes in for the Pop Blossom, but he only finds Kanavi. Now Owner's showing up, but Cream reinforces here for the Realm Warp. Gumayusi ready to back up his team. Both sides, massive point of power there for the Corki, but it doesn't look like he's arriving to the Drake here in time just yet. Keria wants to get away. Nice use of the pillar there, takes Keria low, and now Owner has to flash out. Flash bubble attempt, not gonna get anything back there from Hong. He misses that as Gumayusi now has to flash away too. It's a ton of damage coming in as Keria's already dead. Jackie Love killed in response. It's Fetal Warfare claimed by T1, but Doran's got to try to continue getting away. 3-6-9 looking for an angle, possibly. He goes to the public execution. 3-6-9. Damn, that's fine. He finds Gumayusi at the very edge of the fight to make it 3 kills to 3.
Was exactly what they needed there, but now 3-6-9, flashless, no ultimates, keeping this wave out from the tower.
Yeah, he wants to stop the minions from arriving, but Keria's got the Pop Blossom, and it's a dog pile top lane. Vengeance for Gumayusi as T1 takes out the Mbessa, but the entire time
isolated in the top lane. He will secure the first tower, and it looks to be the feats of strength as well for T1.
There it is, yep, exactly right before the Tier 1 turret could have faced its own potential doom on the T1 side. I'm always impressed when a team that loses all 3 Void Grubs still manages to secure the first turret of the game for themselves. This is a 14-minute feats of strength versus the 28 minutes from last game as Owner goes in for the Cataclysm onto Jackie Love. Doran now ready with the Hextech ultimatum, and here's the hero's entrance. Jackie Love first to die as Doran's gonna try to find his way back out. Owner jumps in with the EQ combo, but Kanavi's ready to take a bite out of him. The Troll King leads the charge as Doran gets a nice Hextech sweep for a little bit more HP. T1's not done yet as Keria still looking maybe for a root here, but T1 are just gonna take their kill, disengage. As now it is the turret dying in the top side on the T1 side, thanks to 369. Faker with the Justice Punch away.
But there's little available for them. We have to go back to live because the Herald is going to be secured, and the pace of this game is very different from game 1.
Yeah, I think T1 actually this tower in the mid is going to fall.
Here we go, Rift Herald sum it up. It's Jackie Love ready to drive it straight into the Tier 1 turret. Honestly, they don't even really need it, but it will still lose most of the HP. Shouldn't be able to get a second. Jackie Love, as the third Drake of the game has spawned. It is an Ocean. We're on Ocean Rift this time, but a TP is coming in from T1. Top Esports committing to the objective. Gumayushi's on the flank, but he's got to be a little bit careful. 369 wants to mark him. Keria goes in with a bad pop blossom, but Jackie Love is already down. Top Esports have lost their marksman. Doran, he's the only one low, but it won't matter. Realm Warp, it gets Top Esports away to safety. Gumayushi still after Hong.
Follow the bot lane to make something happen for them.
Oh yeah, there's no way for T1 to try to defend this one.
He's going to go back to base. He has the TP available. Top Esports going to force the issue. Owner has a flank angle from behind. 369 trying to mark him.
Yeah, Owner is wrapped all the way around on top of a control ward, so he knows he's not seen here. Still trying to be careful about this as Keria and Doran also approaching towards this Otacon that is starting to lose some patience, down to about 2/3 HP. Cream back over in the mid lane. Top Esports backing away. Remember, they still have their Tier 1 turret down here in the bottom lane, and it still has a lot of health.
Top Esports knows something is up. They cannot find Owner, and they know that's an issue, but it's misses on the ult.
They wanted the public execution. They can't get Gumayushi. 3-man pop blossom from Keria, and Jackie Love's dead again. This time, his friends might just go with him. Gumayushi needs a little bit more as Kanavi chases forward onto Doran. The Trundle needs the kill, but he dies to the Cataclysm. Cream locked up by Faker. It's a Justice Punch to the jaw, and Gumayushi knocks him out. Triple kill for the Kaisa as Hong's a fish out of water, and T1 get an ace for 2.
Top Esports try desperately to catch anyone on the side of 3, but their target is Jackie Love. He trades his life to take out the AD carry, and then it's cleanup for T1.
Is just the blood of Top Esports being poured off the side of the graph.
Doran has found Cream.
Wants to go after this Rise. TP coming in from the side of Top Esports. T1 ready to respond with one of their own. Doran down to half HP. Owner wants a little bit more. The teleport is a little bit late to arrive from Faker, but it's still just in time. T1, send more men.
It was a 2 versus 1 that turned into a 4 versus 2 as Faker Zhonya's.
Faker walks right towards the brush, but he's got the reaction time. Top Esports wanted to find their moment. Keria's wrapping around from the side. He wants to cut off the escape. Pop Blossom on 2. Doran chasing after Hong as Jackie Love is dead again. And Doran cuts the enemy support down. Only Kanavi is alive to tell the tale. And T1's got a 5,000 gold lead.
Images of 2023 and Faker on this Galio.
And I'm glad you mentioned anyone's legend, Dagda, because Vedius, you mentioned back at the draft when we saw the Kaisa locked in. Never mind, we don't have time. Jackie Love going after Gumayushi, who sidesteps the public execution and kills Jackie anyway. 369 wants the damage, and Guma's finally going to be shut down. But Top Esports lose their top laner. Now Owner's putting the pressure onto Cream and Hong, making more space as Faker lets blow the winds of war, and they will blow down Top Esports. Nobody's left alive. They might have got Gumayushi, but it cost them everything.
That killer instinct from Gumayushi was insane. He uses the Kaisa ult to dodge the Ambessa and find the fight that will net T1 the Baron.
Simply magnificent team fighting.
1,000 gold lead, 3 fully completed items, Seeker's arm guard unbroken, Jackie Love jumping forward, Keria has to flash away to keep himself alive, so at least that's one less playmaking tool for T1, but they're wearing purple with a 9,000 gold lead and Soul Point.
I love that Jackie Love, even though he's got a 2.75 scoreline, he's 3 levels behind Gumayusi, still does not hesitate to press W towards T1. He knows that they will not turn this game around idly by.
Owner over the wall, immediately goes into the Cataclysm. Jackie Love under pressure as Gumayusi pops the Seeker, staying alive for now, needs a little bit more damage. Keria swoops in behind him. Gumayusi's still alive. Top Esports is not. It's T1 with a full send.
T1 crashes down on Top Esports, and it will be the base that will be next to fall.
Game number 2 will end even more quickly than game number 1. They average nearly 1 kill per minute in this second matchup as 369 will get one back at the very, very end, but he dies on the steps to his own base. T1,
Rather than going for some follow-up on the engage, disengage in the Renata.
I think they have enough engage already with the Ashe and the Scion, even the Pantheon as well. So T1 trying to set up to be an
owner who so far in this series has been spectacular.
Doran now could be the target, knocked up into the air by 369 Kanavi. He has the river to try to lock him down. Decimating smash won't matter. It's first blood to Kanavi. Between worlds, hits level 6, wants to immediately drop that ulti to get the flash out of Faker. Now up in the top side, Ornhorn coming in. Doran's gonna get dove, he tries to pop the shield. He'll die, but 369 will fall too. It's a 1-for-1 here in the top lane.
3-6 T1 happy to look for this, and they should be able to continue what has been basically the dragon stacking for them all series long, and enabling the ability to try and play for these team fights
Trade
later.
as long as he can take it, since there's nothing 369 can do in retaliation. Cream wants Faker, Kanavi goes in, Kanavi takes a lot of damage from the turret, but he gets his man. Now Owner tries to get the follow-up kill, and he flashes for the point-blank Q, so the Kanavi cannot escape. It's a 1-1 to keep this series alive for Top Esports, who are now again looking for a dive, this time onto Gumayusi. Hong wants to try to get away from the turret, but it's a 1-for-1. Guma does enough damage to make it an even trade.
But Top Esports are continuously happy to make these plays work.
Nine's teleport now is available yet again. So Top Esports, they're going to try to commit everybody to this. Doran has already teleported into the area first, but Ornn's about to arrive into the mid lane. T1 get engaged on. Hong's ready to go in, but a hostile takeover over the top tries to keep him alive. Keria staying up here for a little bit longer. Keria and Faker are both very low. Faker survives. Jackie Love under pressure. Gumayusi wins the AD carry battle, and Top Esports have already lost 3 men. It's about to be 4. Keria may have died, Faker may have died, but Top Esports are going to lose everyone. Owner and Doran bury the last one. It's an ace for T1.
Look, like Hong had connected absolutely everything, but once that Renata came down, they lost everything.
We're not done though. It's a pit coming in for Top Esports. They find Keria in the enemy jungler. They catch T1 unaware. Now Faker with a rebuttal. Hong still manages to close the distance here with the dread line, but Owner's ready to show up and offer a little bit of assistance. Cream in some danger now. There's the execution. There's the damage. There's T1. Owner and Faker get one back as Top Esports are still on the retreat. Hong now stunned up by the Pantheon. A little bit more damage from a point-blank Comet Spear, and Owner's unstoppable. Top Esports take the Herald in the meantime, but it's more kills over to T1.
Top Esports looked unsure about what they wanted to achieve. Kanavi was sticking in the pit, whereas the rest of Jackie Love and the rest were trying to move in towards that topside jungle to find the plays.
Owner in the enemy jungle, stacking up his Comet Spears, was waiting to see if Kanavi would just greedily jump over the wall and try to start the blue buff. Kanavi finds him there, as now Doran coming in. Big collision on Jackie Love, and Gumayusi picks up the free payday.
No flash on the Draven means that T1 can simply run him down.
Oh no, Kanavi! What was that? He jumps into the middle of everybody, and the Comet Spear to execute him. The pressure of elimination in the semifinals is crushing Kanavi as Owner tanks up 369 for the time being. Hong with the pressure onto Guma. Cream goes between worlds, tries to jump in. Gumayusi about to die. The bailout will not save him. Top Esports Esports. They need more now. Cream wants to get out, but the Solar Snare locks him up. Faker gets the return kill as Faker and carry a duel with Hong and 369. A triple to the Ornn as that will be the execution through the Golden Eclipse for Faker to take out Hong.
Blood has made its way to the rift. To pit. He pushed out that top wave. He arrived behind and provided the much needed damage to help get a few kills back for T1, but we return to the rift as they push on the top side.
Kanavi goes in, but his ultimate doesn't get a lot. Owner with the shield ready to continue the counterattack as Hong will be first to die. Faker takes the kill, and 369's their next target. Solar Snare won't hit him. Horn maybe for the counterattack. 4-man knockup from 369, but it is not enough. T1 still over 2,000 gold ahead. Whirling Death will not find a snipe.
It feels like Top Esports is getting desperate. They force a 4 versus 5. Cream is in the bottom lane with no TP available. That pressure is now even going to be matched by Doran. It won't convert into major objectives, but T1 find themselves more kills.
Yeah, and it feels like desperate.
We might be fighting once more. Rift Herald summing up mid lane here from Top Esports. But T1 are looking to knock the thing down before it ever even gets to charge. Plus 25 gold, might as well have been a melee minion. T1 hold the line there, and now the next Drake has spawned. Whoever secures this objective will secure the feats of strength. T1 first to the area, control over the bot side river, trying to defend their control ward. Jackie Love has the axes spinning, ready to step up, try to clear the vision. Cream pincering around, looking to try to cut off T1, coming behind him. Top Esports backing away now on the main front. Cream shows himself, ready to try to enter into the fight now, but a lot of lockdown. Nobody finds the first kill. Kanavi is dead. Cream's next to follow. Top Esports jungler is caught again, and now everyone else has to run. Jackie Love with the flash over the wall just to try to survive. Hong is running. T1, they want more kills. 369 and Jackie get enough distance to get away, but T1 have claimed the feats, claimed the Drake, claimed the tier 1 turret. Otacon's live on the map.
They find themselves at Soul Point. They're looking to go 3-0 in this series. 369 will flash away. T1 are in the heads of Top Esports.
Top Esports look completely frazzled right now, 20 minutes in to this third and potentially final game in this series, potentially the last game they will play at Worlds 2025. They have not made it to the semifinals since 2020. It's been 5 years for Top Esports getting back to this point. They've never made it to the finals, and T1 wants to keep it that way. Faker's the target for Top as he tries to get the route to buy himself a little bit more time, but Faker is shut down. Cream's the target now for T1. Flashes over the wall, but Owner's ready to flash follow. Cream dies, mid for mid. Gumayushi with a flash forward, and he's putting arrows into Jackie Love's back. Jackie gets away with a Kimtech blast cone, but the rest of the arrows continue to focus fire. One more volley takes him out, and Gumayushi gets it done.
T1 will not let Top Esports rest. It has been so many years that they've continued to find picks and plays.
And Kanavi again just picking the wrong moments. He goes in, he survives for now, but it costs Hong's life this time instead. T1, 4,000 gold.
From him as the early game was going the way of Kanavi, but the rest of it has gone the way of Owner.
12 years T1 have beaten the LPL in best of fives at Worlds.
Of a major redemption play. He finds a route onto Keria and nothing more. Now he's marked. Kanavi trying to do something on the side, but it's Hong here on the front line that's taking most of the burst. Owner still in the middle of everybody. The redemption coming in to save him, and the bailout does just that. Cream at least gets one. Hong at 200. Jackie Love trying to fight, but the decimating smash guarantees that he can't. Gumayushi knocked down as we've got a 3-for-2 favoring T1. Faker's not even been in the fight though, and Mel is ready to make her arrival. Cream, the only damage really left for the side of Top Esports. Faker pops the rebuttal, and Carrie is still alive. Solar Snare locks up the Ornn, and 369. The countdown's about to hit 0. They're just waiting, trying to stall this out as long as they can. Make sure that he's not alive at all for the Dragon Soul. They'll kill the Ornn, and it's another team fight for T1.
It's simply a brawl
This
in
Ornn to find some way to structure the fights, but T1 are not letting them find their footing. And now Jackie Love up in topside, threatening a Baron, but I think T1 happy to take that fight if it comes to us.
T1 pushing their way into the top side river. Dagda, you mentioned early that lifetime record of T1 against the LPL at Worlds. Jackie Love forced to flash over the wall. Doran flashing after. Here comes the Comet Spear ready to fly over the top with an estimating smash, but Redemption keeps Jackie alive. Maybe the kill from Kanavi, but no. At least Faker should die here through the bailout, so Cream's gonna get the credit on that one. But T1 aren't done. Cream goes between worlds. 369 with a two-man knockup. Top Esports, they found Gumayushi, but they have to trade Cream. Jackie's still alive for a little bit more damage as Kyria, Owner, and Doran want some more. Hong gets almost caught by the hostile takeover, but it's 369 focused instead. T1, their carries might be down, but they still find another kill. Doran goes on a rampage, and the three remaining men on T1 knock down the tier 2.
369 survives for so long, but it's only so he can shed more.
The target focus from T1 allows them to get the kill onto Cream, and then it's just a retreat from the side of Top Esports.
Once again, T1 taking control over the topside river. They will immediately start up the Baron. They eliminated IG in the only play-ins game at Worlds 2025. They eliminated AL in the quarters. They're about to eliminate Top Esports here in the semifinals. Kanavi takes the arrow, and there's no way he's getting away from that one. The Baron secured by T1.
All together, and Top Esports are all too familiar with it. Quarterfinals, semifinals, it does not matter. T1 only see victory.
T1 with the Baron pushing into the enemy base now. Doran happy to tank the turret. T1 continuing their push straight through that mid lane inhibitor. Sidewaves not really set up for a successful multi-lane push. So T1's just gonna keep going straight for the Nexus. Here comes the Grand Starfall, and Jackie's already down. Hong goes with them. The focus fire into 369 as Cream and Kanavi scramble to stay alive, but nobody on Top Esports has anything to stop T1. It's only the mid laner left. They'll get the final kill. And yet again, the highest peaks of the LPL are merely stepping stones for the unkillable Demon King. Faker and T1 have set the stage for the World Finals Telecom War.